Good morning. It is Thursday morning, February 23rd, 2023. And this is, since this is a new century, right? We're only 20 years into the new century. This is like the first ice storm of the century. This is the ice storm of the century for Buffalo, New York. It's not a very big ice storm. Back in the day, right? But yeah, so we had like a 1/4 inch of ice. You can see on the ground. You can see on the railing. Let's have a look at the railing. Let's look at some power lines. You can kind of see there's a lot of ice on there. No, we lost power only for about 10 minutes around midnight last night. But this is the project right now. My car is encased in a 1/4 inch of ice. So plan is to get a door open, start the car, let it run for a half an hour with the heaters on, and then scrape the windows off so I can go traveling. The roads, they do have salted, so you can see the cars going by at a relatively quick pace. That was not the case this morning earlier. It was all solid ice. Yeah. My left hip's been hurt. I think I tweaked it riding tractor with my grandson. So went to the chiropractor. It's feeling a little bit better today, but I'd normally get like the snowshoes on that has the little crampons on the bottom and go trucking through the woods and see things. But we're gonna go walk really slow and take it easy today. Okay. My ice scraper is in the door of my car, so that wasn't useful. So I did get the ice scraper out of my wife's car, which it's her week to be in the garage. Lucky her. But to get open, car's running. We're going to let it heat up, and then we're going to scrape the windows. And we're going to take a little walk about and see what we see around the yard. Check this out. Let's see if you can hear this. I'm walking. This isn't snow. This is ice on the grass. Hear that creaking? Probably can't hear with all the cars. Let's see if I find a better, quieter spot. Let's walk out back. You can see all that creaking sound of ice. Oh yeah, that reminds me of the Racket River up at Potsdam. Walk across the river to get to class in the morning. Minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and you hear these little cracks. The ice is like at least a foot thick, if not thicker, so you're not falling through, but you do hear all these little cracks and it gets kind of unnerving. Isn't that awesome? Oh, those were good memories. What was really unnerving is when you walk across the river late at night going from Potsdam State back to the apartment. And it's pitch black, all white. Well, pitch black meaning sky's pitch black, but everything's white. It's frozen. And you walk and you're kind of disoriented. You kind of know it's in that direction. And you hear the ice cracking underneath you. It gets kind of surreal. Rain gauge. I don't know if you can kind of see or not. Yeah. So we probably had like about a ½ inch of rain. It started out as snow yesterday morning. And then it stayed cold in the 20s. But it started to rain because the upper atmosphere was warmer. So we had like about a ½ inch of rain that came down and landed on 20 degrees something thing. So that's before it all iced up. It rained a ½ inch and froze on everything. Now, you may notice that our Christmas lights are on, and it's not Christmas time, right? Kind of see those are on over there, even in the daylight. So the Christmas lights are on because they're plugged into the same outlet as the heating coils for the gutters up here. So you can see that it's not a lot of snow, but there's a lot of ice. So that will make a very good ice dam as the warm part of the roof melts the ice and it flows down. If it hits that ice above the eaves, it's an ice dam, and then the water goes up, backs up underneath the asphalt tiles, and then gets on underneath the tar paper and then on the plywood and leaks into the roof. So we put ice coils up, or heating coils, to give a path. Alright, a lot of car noise, tire noise, but there's a little bit of wind and you can hear the branches starting to move now and the ice is cracking. You can see over here, that's a branch that's up touching the ground, and it's usually up higher. That's some good crunch. That's awesome. So here we go. We got the heating coils. We just turned those on a little while ago when we're eating breakfast. They're starting to. Let's see. So you can kind of see, let's zoom in, kind of see the outline of the heating coils up there. The part that's is not part that's over the eave is not like heated from the attic. That's where the ice dam builds up, and the runoff from the roof that comes down, because that's a warm section. We want that to get to the gutter and make its way down to the gutter into the drain tile. Yeah, pretty awesome. Look at this. This branch belongs up about 10 feet. And here's a rose bush. Yeah, pretty significant ice on there. These are just like really interesting. Like you normally you don't see it. These shrubs covered in ice. It just has a very spectacular whatever it means, a high contrast lighted outline type of. Yeah, it just has a very unique look to it. Of the word that I can't pronounce. Alright, so we walked around the house, came back, and let's take a look. Can you kind of see? It looks like the windshield's starting to thaw and there's water flowing from underneath. Alright, time to scrape a bit. Okay, so I would say that's a good 1/4 inch thick of ice on the windshield. There we go. About a half hour later, a good cross section of the thickness of the ice. Yeah, it's a good 1/4 inch. Yeah, maybe even thicker. Yeah, maybe ½ inch of ice. Yeah, so it took about a half hour. Ran the car, cleaned off the windows. Now the interesting thing is that I don't think any of this is going anywhere, because so it's supposed to be right around freezing today. Then tonight is dropping through the 20s, and then all day tomorrow is dropping through to the teens for Friday night. And I don't think it's going to get back above freezing till sometime Saturday or Sunday. So this ice is here for a couple days. Winter wonderland. Although I would love to put my snowshoes on, because they have the metal crampons on the bottom, and just take a walk out back. My hip is really not interested and that. So today we're going to do some inside projects. We have to go to Wegmans and get some food, not because it's icy, just because I ran out during the week. We're watching the grandkids and I didn't make it to the store, so we'll probably go there today. Just moving slow, work on my trolley jack modification for the sawmill. Maybe go to the senior center and register so I can use their therapy pool. Yeah, so here's that trolley jack we brought in, and it was not peened as I thought. It actually is has one of those whatever those clips are, retaining clips. So I got that out, and yeah, so I think what we're going to do is get maybe a piece of angle, put a bolt through there, and see if that will be enough of a cradle to hold the log. Instead of that tiny little point, we'll have a bar length. Yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a try. I think it's going to take a couple of iterations to find something that works. Alright, so check this out. This is Thursday afternoon. It is now raining, so it got above freezing. And you can see the sheen and the puddles, and it's supposed to go down to the low 20s tonight, stay there, and then drop further to the 15s. So a good solid 1/4 inch of ice on with some water on top, kind of like resurfacing, almost like having a Zamboni. This will be interesting.